Hello, good morning. I am Srinivas, Assistant Professor in the Department of Information Technology from BVRIT Narsapur. Today I am going to take the course Computational Thinking and Programming. In this, we are going to see today's topic is that file positioning functions we are going to see. So what do you mean by file positioning functions? That means if a file is containing some list of data or item, we can print that list of data based on the location of the cursor. If the cursor is in between the list of data, from that we can print off of that, or we can move completely print from the complete one, from end to the beginning or beginning to the end, or exactly some locations we are going to see, and that location only require letters only we can print. This can be done with the help of file positioning functions. So here we have three types of file positioning functions. In these file positioning functions, number one, the first one is called fseek. Second one is called rewind. Next one is ftl. So these are the three important file positioning functions. So just now I have given you introduction that if you want to print some part of list of data present in the file with the help of program, then these functions we are using in the programs. So student, here you can see one by one we are going to see these are three types of file positioning functions. The number one, fseek. This function is used to set a pointer to the specified offset. It is used to write the data into the file at desired location. For example, here, if my pointer is here, my position of my cursor is here exactly at 2, after the 2 here. If I want to move my position, some letters, maybe towards the left or towards the right, this number of letters which we are using to change the position or location of this cursor, that is called offset. Offset is nothing but number of locations we are moving, maybe towards the back or towards the front. So here in the fseek function, this is used to set file pointer to specified offset. Specified offset means up to certain, maybe towards the left, up to some desired location. It is used to write the data into the file wherever we require the desired location. Up to that location only we are going to see. So let us see what are the syntax of this fseek file stream. That means file pointer we are going to write here, and long int offset. That means number of letters or number of positions we require, that can be written here. For example, my file pointer is maybe fp I can take, and if I am having, I have to I have to change my cursor up to the 6 positions from here, maybe from here pointer like this. Then the 6th position here we have to write as 6, as we are taking the offset in the integer. So we are taking long int or simply int based on the number of length of that offset. Int hence, this is nothing but exactly location. That what is the meaning of that we are going to see. I have given 3 types of this. Whether we want to, whence means here, whether we want to set or end or at the current location. So set means whether if offset want to begin to the beginning, then we can write here some 0. If you want to seek that fseek end, at the end of this we are taking some 1. If you want to print the current location of that file of that specified data, then we are taking the some 1 like that. In the next slide I will show that. So here the first parameter stream is file pointer to the file. Here file stream is nothing but it is the file pointer. In the second parameter is position of record to be found. As I told you that if I want to take 6 positions, 6 I can take. Third parameter specifies the location where the offset starts. And this third position where the offset start is called as vens. So student, here one by one I can take different venses in F6. So these 3 positions, as I told you that this int vens, this vens will be taking again in the 3 positions. Those are nothing but F6 set, seek end, seek curl. And here seek set is nothing but starts the offset from the beginning of the file. For example, as I told you that if, for example, my file is containing the data as BVRIT Narsapur, then if I use a F set here, this set is nothing but this set end or curl. This can be written with the help of zeros that we are going to see in the next slide. Now, what is the meaning of F set means? It beginning from the Narsapur, BVRT Narsapur is my file name. From that Narsapur end, it will begins. The printing it begins from beginning of the file. That means BVRT Narsapur will be printed. If I take F6 end, that means offset from the end of the file it will be print. From the ending of the file it will be print. If I take curl, if BVRT Narsapur is my file containing the data. At BVRIT, if my cursor is there, at the current location, the cursor only BVRIT will be printing here. So in the F6, we have the 3 types of venses. Venses are nothing but parameter that specifies the location where the offset starts. What are the meaning of these 3? F string, long offset, hence I have defined here one by one. Okay. So you please try to remember what is the meaning of F string, long offset, vens, because in the program same thing we are going to use. So here, then the same thing what I defined above or in the previous slide, same thing I am going to explaining here again for the better understanding. F6, in the F6 we are using file pointer, offset, position. Again, the better simplification, there we have used the position as vens and offset with the help of integer we have taken. File pointer we have defined there. Then file pointer is pointer that concern file. We told that location of that file where it is present. Offset is number of variables or type of data like long type. It specifies the position of bytes to be moved from the location specifier. The moved from the location means again the location can be decided by this position. N integer number, it specifies from position of file pointer to be moved. So BVRIT Narsapur, I have taken my file containing the data. If my cursor is at the BVRIT, whether I should move to the left or right or at the current position I have to print, that can be decided with the help of venses. I told you that here F6, in this F6 we are using F6 file pointer 0L0. That means the 0 is the location. Here this last 0 is nothing but position from where it has to bring. If we want to find the beginning of the file, we can take here the 0. The 0 indicates that file can be printing from beginning. From the beginning, it goes to the beginning of the file. And first position onwards we have to, in the first position onwards we have to find. Here next one, everything is same but it is replaced by 1. Replaced by 1 is nothing but stay at the current location. Stay at the current location means whatever the present in that location that should be printed. That is with the help of, in the previous slide we used curl, current location, that is equal to 1. F6 file pointer, this is length we are taking only the 0 at the location. That means only whatever present that one only we have to print. 2, this 2 indicates end of the file. So in the previous case we only seen F6 end. Okay student, don't confuse here. We are using file pointer FB. This is the F set, the number of variables or number of letters should be moved in the bytes. And the next one, this indicates 0, 1, 2, 3 indicates beginning of the file, ending of the file, or current position of the file respectively. 0, 1, 2, 3 indicates that beginning of the file. Here 0 indicates beginning of the file, 1 indicates current location, and 2 is end of the file. So these are the file locations, the same thing we are going to use in the program. So please try to remember this. Let us see the simple program I have taken here. So printf has included studio.h, this header file we are taking, common input output functions. Then void main opening brace file declaration, this is the file, asterisk fb file pointer. Then before to write or read whatever we have to perform, we have to open the file. fp is equal to f open, this is the syntax. My file name is that my file name.txt. File name is my file name.txt. As I am taking text file, so .txt I am taking. If you want to take binary file, .bin we are going to take. Then w plus, we have seen w plus is nothing but this mode indicates read and write operation. F puts is nothing but I told you that this is using for to write something. This is bvrit. I have written, and you know that what is the F puts? We are not going to specify here. Format specifiers, no control string in the unformatted F puts of file. Simply we are taking FB. As we want to read something, we want to write something. This is bvrit I have written. Or something you can modify. This is bvrit Narsapur. This is bvrit hello bvrit, whatever you want. Then here fseek fp7. This is the file pointer. fseek, just now we have seen the syntax. fseek file pointer. Then 7 is shows the number of bits to be moved, and f6 set is nothing but it is the beginning where we are taking the value as 0, and f puts what we have to print again, Sonu Jaiswal, and this is the syntax we have seen. F put C, same as file pointer we have to take. Then once we writing and reading is over here, we have to close the file. There is what is the syntax of closing the file? F close, FB we have close. Then we compile this, and if you are having some file somewhere in the location, then we'll be getting output is this is Sonu Jaiswal. I hope you can understand here. This is a declaration of file. Then this is the reading and writing the file, opening of the file, and this mode indicates writing and reading. So we have taken here to write. This is the bvrit. No format specifiers we are using because we are not taking printf here. We are taking puts, f puts or f put C. Similarly, fseek function we are performing here. That is 7 position. It should move from the beginning because set I told set is nothing but value is 0 from the 0th position. We have to change. We can use like this or fp7 simply at the f set. You can take here the value also. And what we are printing, what is our output we should get? Sonu Jaiswal something. The same output will be displayed in the slide. Next one is another function. As I told you that the second one is that rewind function. This is the function which can be used to for this function places the file pointer to the beginning of the file irrespective of the present right now. Wherever your cursor may be in the file, but this always moves the cursor to the beginning of the file. For example, my file is containing data, some Hyderabad. At the Hyderabad, wherever the cursor may be in between after the H or in between the Hyderabad, or it may be after the Hyderabad end, the cursor always comes to the beginning. It takes the file pointer as an argument. So what is that? We'll see with the simple example. So what is the syntax? Rewind should be there, and only file pointer we should write. File name, file.txt. This we are going to take some example. This is the sample This is a simple text. If the same thing, if you want to write in the program, how can we write with the help of rewind function? Let us see. If my cursor may be wherever it may be, this is my file containing. What is this file is containing? This is a simple text containing. In that, for example, my cursor is after M. If I use the rewind function, it will print complete thing. What is that? This is a simple text. So let us see with the simple example, header files, you know that void main I am taking, and in the void main I am declaring as some character C. In the clear screen, this is the optional, you can use or not, that is your wish. Then opening of the file, here R mode I have taken, that is my reading purpose, R indicates reading. Before reading that, we should check the condition. While C is equal to F get C, file pointer not equal to end of the file. That means we are not going to print end of the file. Wherever the cursor is there, it will be coming forward. Then print %C comma, because character we are taking, so as C same we have to take. Then rewind function we are using here, which moves the file pointer at the beginning of file. Okay, it may be at the end or where it may be. While FC get F, this is again this file conditions we have to check. Print C, F close. Very simple. The only thing is rewind function you have to use. Then what may be the output? Can you guess here? Wherever file pointer as our file is containing, this is a simple text. So we will be getting simple text will be printing 2 times, because already we are printing character C here. Same thing we are printing. This is the simple text we will be printing. After that, the cursor will be print again from the beginning of this is a simple text file, because the function of rewind function is there. Wherever the cursor is present, it will print again from the beginning. But whereas in the seek we have seen that fseek, in the fseek we require, if you want to print some locations, we can take that locations. If you want to print from the beginning, we can print beginning like this also. And if you want to print in between some locations after the cursor location, or maybe at the current location, end of the file, beginning of the file, that we have taken that function in the seek function with the help of values, that is seek underscore end, seek underscore beginning, seek underscore what you can say that is current position, or that can be written with the help of values like 0, 1, 2, 3 also, that we have seen in the previous example. But here in this case, the rewind function is used mainly for the what? For the printing beginning of the text file. Next, the last one, that is ftell, we are going to see. Ftell function returns the current position of the specified stream. It can use function to get the total size of file after moving the file pointer at the end of file. We can use seek end constant to move the file pointer at the end of file. So in the fseek, so after that again I will be rewinding. So what is the syntax? You can take n is equal to f10 file pointer, because this n is nothing but number of bytes where it is moving. N would be gives a relative offset in the bytes. Let us see the simple example. So these are the header files. Again, this is the file declaration, as we have to calculate here length, as this function is used for the finding the length or number of bytes the cursor is moved. And this is the opening of the reading of the file. And fseek, this is the syntax of fseek, 0th position, and seek at the end. From the end, the number of 0 indicates here offset value. End seek, that means the file should be beginning from the end, because total number of bytes it has moved, total number of byte of that data contained in the file. Length is equal to ftell. Once we perform this function, then we should close it. Then it print size of file. As you know that the bytes will be in the form of integers, so we are printing integers. Then we'll be getting, if we execute this program, we'll be getting the size of file is 21 bytes. Okay, student. So this is regarding the functions, or we can say 3 important file positioning functions. So within 5 minutes, within 2 minutes again I will be get back what is that and what are the, we will revise what we discussed in the just now. So student, 3 important functions we have seen. three file positioning functions we have seen. The positioning of function is nothing but from the list of data where we are moving the cursor. From which point the remaining part should be printed. From which point the beginning part should be printed. From all the point, all complete should be printed. For that, we have the three functions. The first one is that fseek, second one is rewind, third one is ftell. So here ftell will gives the complete number of bytes the cursor is moved, and rewind function will print wherever the cursor may be available, the complete text which is available, that will be beginning onwards it is printing. Just now in the previous example we have seen, in my file.txt, in that it is containing, it is simple file, simple text. Again it will printing simple text. Wherever the cursor may be, but it will be beginning, it will print from the beginning in the program. The next one, the previous, and the last one is that fseek. fseek can use, this function is used based on the position of the cursor. For example, if your cursor is in the middle of the text, you can print number of location, before it number of location, after this, or you can also print from the end of the file. You can also print from the beginning of the file. For that, if we are printing from the beginning, we are taking the value as 0. If you are finding the current position, we are taking the value as 2, a value as 1. And you are beginning from like rewind function we are doing, we are taking value as 2. Or seek start, or seek n, or seek curl, that also we have seen just now. The same thing we can see. So this is regarding the file positioning functions. Okay, thank you students. Bye bye. We'll see you in the next video.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.